Good morning, Budget Dolls. I'm Margeaux, and welcome to Budgets Untamed. I have big news for today. Today is the day that I get to announce my giveaway winner, and the giveaway was about the person who could name my job. I think I will come back to it if I have to. Okay, so first of all, I would like to let you know that my job is a grocery store manager. I manage a very large grocery store, which is part of an even larger retailer. So, with that being said, I have been in the retail industry for almost 20 years, very close to 20 years. And I started my career in Walmart. I was in Walmart for 12 years, and I was what is called a co-manager. I was an assistant manager, moved up to co-manager. Now, those managers are the managers that run the store. They're not the managers that work in a department. They run the store. So in other words, those departments answer to me. I have a store manager that is above me, and then I have a peer co-manager as well as an assistant in that store. However, I am the senior-most operations manager. So my next goal is to be promoted to store manager, and that's the reason for this giveaway, because I want to start talking about work, and it's going to be part of my planning. I'm really not going to name the name of my store because the company or the corporation has a tendency to follow anything on social media when they hear its name or when the name is written or when there's pictures or videos inside of its store. So I am not going to be that person to take pictures of me while I'm working and talk about it, because I just don't want to do that. I don't want my corporation following anything that I do on social media. So that's really the only reason. But I will talk to you about the store when you hear me say the store when you hear me say at work, leaving to go to work, coming home from work. That's where I am. I'm in the middle of a grocery store. And being a co-manager, so I run the store when my store manager is not there. When the store manager is there, I kind of do it anyway. So I am an HR manager. In that role becomes the HR manager of the store, the safety manager of the store, and the departments that I focus on are perishable departments such as meat, seafood, produce. I'm very involved with anything going on the front end. My background is the front end, so I'm pretty well versed with that. Anything in grocery, anything like that. I was in charge of deli bakery, but I no longer am. So that's a good thing, because now I can just propel myself forward myself to be on the next track to be the next store manager. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm giving myself 6 months, the rest of this year. And then by next year, hopefully in the first quarter, I will have reached my goal. So I'm going to talk about work a lot in my planning, because it's the reason I'm planning. So now the winner of my giveaway is going to be listed right here at Thelma Johnson, I believe is the last name. And the reason she's the winner is because she was closest by saying, you are a manager of some sort. Some people asked, did I work in a hospital? Some people asked, was I working for the government? Because I think it's because I mentioned DC. But no, I work in DC in a very large grocery store. Now, so if anybody in the DMV area could probably guess the name of the store that I work in, it's very, very popular in our area. And I just don't want to talk about it. But you will hear me talk about work. When you hear me talking about work, imagine me being inside of that great big grocery store. Okay, so what I am going to do now is make sure that I think I already have Thelma's information because she won my last giveaway. Come on, you guys. Somebody has to knock her off the throne. But another reason that I selected her is because she is probably my number one contributor to my comments, which helps my page fly. So you guys, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and also comment and like on my videos so that it can get moving in that algorithm. I feel like I'm standing still, but a lot of the reasons is because I don't have every day to devote to this. My schedule is kind of up and down, and that's because I run a grocery store. The retail is not easy. The money is great, but the schedule is not. So they try to make up for that schedule with the money. So I'm used to it now. I just work around it. But having a side hustle or having anything like that is very difficult because I'm pretty much on call. When I'm off work, I'm kind of on call. If they call me, I have to stop what I'm doing to pay attention to that or to go there. Now, there hasn't been many times that I've had to go there when I'm off, but I'm willing to if I have to. If they're calling me on my day off to come to the store, there's a big problem because the store always has a manager in it. So if they're calling me on my day off, that means they need more management involvement in anything. So anyway, I'm going to move on from that, and we're going to move on to my cash planning because I have to get that going for this week, for this pay period, so that I can have a little bit of money in my wallet. I'm so sorry. I had a phone call. I was interrupted. So what I like to do is go into how much money I saved from last pay. And I have to tell you, it's going to be empty. I know it is. And the reason it's empty is because I was trending with my $40, but somebody at work needed money for a son's birthday or something, and then my brother needed money. So my giving envelope is, I'm not doing anything for this month because I think I've done enough. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, so we have 25, 27, 29, and 30 cents left over in coin. And I also have a $1 bill. So I'm not going to do anything special with this $1. I think I'm just going to hold on to it just because. Okay, so that is that. Now let's get to my cash stuffing. Now, another thing was funny. I think I mentioned one day when I was going to be able to go to my favorite place and get my cash instead of going to the bank. That's at my service desk. So I don't have to go very far. So when I'm missing something, sometimes I could just make my change there, or I do whatever I have to do. Sometimes at the job, it's easier than going to the bank. Now, a lot of the times I do like to go to the bank just because, you know, I'm there for business only. Sometimes when you're at work, people are like so deep into your business, it's crazy. And I don't want that. So, no, I had totally forgotten about this, but I did come across this $5 bill, which is a star note. So I held on to it and I didn't spend it. So I just wanted you to see that. So I'm able to put that away as well. I think this is my second week with star notes. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to that as well. And we'll come back to that another day. All right, so let's do some counting, guys. Let's see what we have here. I have 20. Let me start over. Here we go. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10, 20, 30, 45, 55, 65, 70, and 5. Let me count that one more time, okay? 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 10, 20, 30, 45, 55, 65, 70, and 5. $275 for my cash stuff. Okay, now I wasn't able to get a 50, but I can go back to work and get a 50 if I need one. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to stuff my groceries with 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, and 5. Okay, so I'm going to stuff my grocery envelope with 175. I'm going to move on there from there to eats and drinks. So that's 20, 40, and 50. You know what? I think I did not get, let me see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. Eats and drinks, $50, and I'll go back to that momentarily. Okay, so now from there, let's move on to my sinking funds. And we are going to start with guess who? Guess who we're starting with? Low. We're going to start with Low, and we're going to give him $10. And from there, I'm going to move on to Merry Christmas. Which is going to be $10. So I have 10, 20, 30, 5, 45, 55, 65, and 75. Okay, we're doing good there. $75. And then we're going to do Harvest for $5. 10, 20, 35, 45, 55, 60, and $5. That's Harvest. Then after Harvest, we're going to go to Black Friday. And I'm going to give it 10. 10, 20, 30, 45, 55, 65, 70, and 5. Okay, so you have your 10. Okay, so after that, I have $15 left over, and that $15 is for my buffer. So let's go into that. Okay, so my buffer, I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, and $100. I have reached my goal. Did I reach my goal? I'm not exactly sure what my goal is. Because I'm terrible and I don't write things down. But I'm still doing the thing, okay? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, and $100. That's awesome. But I'm not going to fully fund it yet just because I want to see where we really are. And I don't have time today because I have a ton to do. I have to get to work and then I am off tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to do a lot more with my videos because I do have a lot more to do and to say to get myself together. Also, tomorrow will be my final day of cleaning up my craft room. I am not going to put that off anymore. I've got big plans for tomorrow because I'm also saying I'm going to do my hair as well. Something's not going to get done. But I'm going to put it on my list anyway. Congratulations again, Thelma, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.